Ladies and gentlemen, it is currently 10:25 on Thursday evening, and I, believe it or not, am super behind on everything on this channel. And I feel bad about that, and I apologize. But I am literally right now doing this review 20 minutes after taking a 2-hour nap. Crazy enough that I chose to be stuck on a video game, which is Super Mario Party, River Survival Mode, trying to beat that for 4 straight days. Which explains my long... Tonight was supposed to be me catching up, because I still had to review Raw, I still had to review NXT, I still have to make the graphics and do the NXT TakeOver in your house preview and predictions for this Sunday that I will not be able to watch live. I'll explain that when we get to that there. And I even caught up with NXT UK. I did not get to watch this week up in smokes because I got completely tired tonight. And I ended up falling asleep at 7:45 and waking up around like 9:50 and then taking a shower, trying to get myself a second win. Yeah, I still feel just so sorry. I've apologized. I explained myself so many times. It's just life right now. It's just life. I just don't have the time to consistently stay on track with these wrestling shows right now. Like I keep saying, I'm going to have to do these when I can. So, shows how much of a wreck this night's going to be with the reviews, because I'm going to try to at least do Raw and NXT. While I'm watching this week's episode of NXT UK, the way I can include it, because I probably said before, but I have tried to get caught up with NXT UK and do a recap of what's been going on with that show since the last time I reviewed it. But of course, there was a big title match this week, so I'm gonna, while that is going, I watched that. I'm going to get the graphics done for NXT TakeOver in your house, and at least try to get those out of the way. Tomorrow, at least do the NXT UK stuff, and save SmackDown and AEW for the weekend. So we'll see where it goes. But, yeah. Let's just briefly talk about Raw. Again, with me being occupied for 4 days of trying to pass the same level on a video game, and that's what I was stuck on for 4 days, I did not get to watch Raw at all. I didn't even watch the highlights. But reading over what had happened, yeah, once again, just don't find anything appealing with Raw. Nothing. And when I read this week's highlights, the main character on Raw right now, the most must-see thing in Vince McMahon's mind on Monday Night Raw, is a doll. A bunch of cotton. So, I'm going to briefly recap this show, and then we're just going to go from there. Because like I said, I got nothing to say. I just do not have the time to not focus on anything else right now. So that's what I will do right now. We got Mark saying that this show was stupid, especially briefly go over the results. The show had opened up with finding a new number 1 contender for the Raw. It says him and Omos are looking forward to defending their tag titles in front of fans. But then Miz and Morrison come out and announce that Morrison will be competing in the Battle Royal on behalf of The Miz. Which, I think The Miz, I've heard ever since he had that stupid zombie lumberjack match at WrestleMania Backlash, is, I think The Miz is hurt. So, I guess, they're trying to hide the fact that The Miz is hurt, but still keep him on live TV. That's what I'm guessing. But they have a tag team battle royale. Impressive enough. This was 6 teams. Didn't realize there was actually 6 teams that could fight for the tag titles on Raw. But of course, most of them I don't care about whatsoever. Actually, there should have been 7, but we had one team apparently randomly break up for what I'm reading when I read the results. But the Viking Raiders won this Battle Royale. They defeated RK Bro, John Morrison, and representing The Miz, The New Day, Mason T-Bar, call them by their real names, but nope, we can't do that, it's too hard, and Lucha House Party. So, yeah, the number one contenders are the Viking Raiders for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Charlotte Flair is arguing that she wants her match with Nikki Cross to be stricken from her record, which, why did it even have the match in the first place? Why isn't Rhea Ripley asking for the same thing? But Rhea arrives and says she deserves a rematch against Cross tonight, but then somehow leads to Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair taking on Nikki Cross and a partner of her choosing, who she later on, I guess, chose as Asuka. And then we have the Viking Raiders celebrating their win backstage, but they argue with AJ Styles and Omos about what it means to be a Viking. Like, that's great shit right there, right? Speaking of tag teams, that one that broke up, Elias and Jackson Ryker. Elias criticizes Jackson Ryker for being completely unhinged. Then Ryker arrives and beats down Elias before they have a match, and Jackson Ryker defeat Elias by countout. You care? I don't. We have the contract signing also between Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley. But then Bobby Lashley doesn't come out where requested. McIntyre signs the contract. MVP, though, appeared on the Titantron to speak for Lashley and announces that Lashley is going to be late. But once in the ring, MVP congratulates McIntyre on accomplishing his way into another title match, which is true. How many more title matches is McIntyre going to get? But then it was confirmed that the match is going to be inside Hell in a Cell, and if Lashley wins, which he probably will, McIntyre's not going to get another shot for the WWE Championship. So that's kind of obvious. It was kind of obvious this was going to be going for a Hell in a Cell match, which, you know, whatever. They've had how many matches, even though, again, like I said, McIntyre's lost how many opportunities now. I mean, if they wanted to, I mean, for the sake of keeping this feud relevant, they could have had McIntyre win at WrestleMania. Lashley wins the title back at WrestleMania Backlash. That way, at least Drew McIntyre would have got his moment in front of the fans. And then this match would have been a little bit more digestible. Now, even though I think, you know, it was still the right call to put over Lashley at WrestleMania, keep giving him a long reign as champion, which I think still worked in the long run. Like I said, for the sake of this feud, you know, go to where it's gone to right now, having McIntyre get another match, you know, he's already had how many chances and lost. You know, that's just me still saying that, you know, I just still don't care about this match. Sheamus came out to the ring, then afterwards he has a broken nose, but then there's Ricochet and Carrillo fighting for the number one contendership for the United States Championship, and they went to a double countout. So that was a waste of time. MVP approaches New Day and advises Kofi Kingston, but he is in no mood to take on his advice. Eva Marie's announced that she's going to be arriving on Raw next week after all the vignettes. Mustafa Ali approaches Mansoor backstage and warns him about how dangerous Drew Gulak will be in his later upcoming match. And, of course, later on, Mansoor defeated Drew Gulak. So, there's that. Jeff Hardy beats Cedric Alexander. So that's supposed to help who? Jeff Hardy's lost for how many months and looks like an idiot. Cedric Alexander just started fighting solo again, and he loses here, so that probably stops his momentum. Once again, nobody gets over. Nikki Cross and Asuka defeated Rhea Ripley and Charlotte by pinfall. Again, why are they teaming up? I don't know. Again, the back and forth of who's really the face, who's really the heel here in this feud makes no sense. Makes me not care about the feud, not care about the show, period. Then Matt Riddle lost to Kofi Kingston, and Randy Orton seemed annoyed about that. Whether they're going to break these two up, I don't know. Who the heck knows? But do you really care? Because I don't. And then the show ends with this segment with Alexa Bliss's playground. Well, Alexa's playground. Shayna Baszler interrupts it, and Bliss demands Baszler to apologize to Lily. But Baszler calls Bliss delusional, and tells Lily she is sorry, she is just a stupid doll, which causes Bliss to attack Baszler, but then Baszler stomps on Lily. But then as, she's walking away going, it's just a stupid doll, Pyro's going off, and it's supposed to, shake up Shayna Baszler, even though it's like, okay, Pyro's going off, it's not getting in her face, like, why should this be shaking her up? And then Baszler retreats, and then Lily basically haunts her backstage, and as if she's like, Annabelle or some type of horror movie, and then Shayna Baszler screaming like an idiot, and it just... even just from reading it just sounds horrible. Like, you couldn't have, like Alexa Bliss, just reappear somewhere backstage and attack Shayna Baszler. You had to have Shayna Baszler basically running around and being afraid like an idiot, because you've already booked her like an idiot. You made her Nia Jax's stooge since September, which is like going on 9 months, and yet somehow they're still a tag team right now, even though there's no tag teams in the women's division, period. That's a team that I don't want to see anymore. So they could be slowly setting Shayna free from Nia, and now they're going to make her like more of an idiot. So yeah. Again, the main focus, the main character on Monday Night Raw is a doll. Who knows? They'll probably make Lily Raw Women's Champion, because that's how insane Vince McMahon is. So, yeah, I don't care. I didn't give this show a grade, and I'm just going to move on to NXT, which will be in the next video. Live chat, what do we got here? Tina Couponer, beside Baszler eating pins and now afraid of dolls. Good grief. Exactly. Why the hell do they do this stupid thing when Shayna Baszler, do they make a girl that's badass like her scared of a doll? Exactly. They haven't had Damian Priest on since The Miz got injured. Yeah, Damian Priest apparently also got his career threatened whenever he had to basically make Bad Bunny look good. Now, ever since Bad Bunny's gone, they booked him like shit. And yeah, he hasn't appeared since The Miz got injured. Even though technically he won the match. But, that was just dumb. I lose brain cells talking about it. RK Bro, no. Bet Bliss and the doll will win the tag champs. Oh yeah, I'm seeing it happening too. At this point, they're probably gonna put the Raw Women's title at this point on Lily. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if they literally made Lily the Raw Women's Champion. Again, a doll is the main thing on your show. How stupid's that? That's gonna do it, guys. Again, this is one review down. Doing NXT next. What are your thoughts on Raw? No grade. I don't care. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Slap a like on the video. Subscribe for more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, everyone93. See you in a second for my NXT review. Peace out, everybody.